Hello, witches and warlocks. Welcome back to my channel. So nice to see you again. So, today we are going to be talking tarot. Oh, yes. So today I'm going to be showing you my tarot deck that I first got when I was about 14 or 15 years old. It was the first tarot deck I ever got. It was my birthday, and my mum, oddly enough, bought me the deck for my birthday. She knew nothing about tarot really. She didn't know what it was all about and why I wanted it, but she bought it for me anyway. And I suppose it's where I sort of based my my first readings on, really. It's where I got my knowledge and started my journey on it. But I was a novice back then. I was a start and something new, and I didn't know how to read the cards. I didn't know how to understand the cards. I would literally refer to the book every single time. So now I'm getting a little bit better. I wouldn't say that I'm a tarot reader, a professional tarot reader at the moment. It's something that I put aside and didn't do for a very long time. So I'm starting to pick it back up again. I'm starting to learn more about it now that I'm older, a little bit wiser. I take stuff in a little bit better and understand what everything means, because I took the time to do my knowledge. Before I started practicing witchcraft, I've done a lot of revision, a lot of learning about stuff. So I now, thankfully, can understand tarot a little bit better because I understand the meanings. So I'm going to show you my first deck I ever got. So it's this one, the Mystic Tarot, a new approach to the tarot cards. I don't know what that meant, but so it was done by Juliet Sherman Juliet Sherman Burke and Liz Green. So it's a nice sort of, inside the book, very oldie worldy. Obviously it was meant to represent like the whole Book of Shadows style, because it's got the stained pages, and it just tells you all about the major arcana and obviously the minor, and all the suits. And with this one, it was a little bit different because it would tell you about the card, then it would explain the different explain the different details in the card. So it would describe what everything means. And then it would have a description all the way down of what it was, and then you'd go to the very end. So it'd tell you all about the card and why it was what it does. It went on for a very long time. And then finally, at the very end, it would say the reason why the card is what it is, and you could then take it from there, what the card meant. It was a bit harder with the major arcana, and I still now struggle with the major arcana because the definitions are so different on everything. But I am sort of getting my head around the different suits and what they mean and what they represent. So it's quite a good little book. It did me well. And then, of course, we have the cards. So the cards, standard size, roughly. They got a neat little thing on the back. I never really paid attention to the back of the cards much, but yeah, so that's what's got on the back. Plain and simple. Now, I went through these cards yesterday to have a little look, because I wanted to sort them out. I hadn't looked at them for years and years and years and years. They've just been packed away in a little box. It came in a big box. It came with the book, came with the cards, and it came with a cloth, like a spread. So it was like an altar cloth with a spread, and it was the traditional the cross one, like the traditional cross. It's a weird little Celtic cross type pattern, with the meanings down the side, and then the covering card, and the person in the middle, and you understand what I mean if you know tarot. It's basically the most popular spread, but it was very it was a lot to think about. And to be honest with you, now I do a lot more basic spreads. I don't tend to really go into the major big spreads. I just don't see the point when, you know, you can pretty much do the basic 3-card spread. And if you want to, you can even do one I recently put on Instagram and I recently put on online of one that I did where it was a 3-card spread and a card on the middle that overlaid to give the reasoning why, what was blocking or helping the situation. And then obviously if it's a blocking card, you can always pull another card to distinguish why the reason it is blocking you, that sort of thing, like what to do to get that to go. There are many ways you can do different spreads, but I always stick to the 3-card spread, you know, past, present, future. Nice and simple. So, that aside, let's get on and start looking at the deck. So we're going to start with the Major Arcana. So that's your Death card. Now, these were pretty full on. I mean, they are, people talk about like the traditional deck that was around. I never can remember the name. But if you're a tarot reader, you'll know the one I mean. It's like the most known, well-known deck. But this is very similar. So that's Death. Then we got the High Priestess there. I mean, they are beautiful cards. I just not that into them anymore. They just don't give me that feeling anymore that I like. Hangman. See, when I look at that, I just think, you know, depictions of Jesus in Christianity on the cross and stuff, like, so that, I think that's why I don't like it anymore, because I'm not really, I grew up in a Christian family and I'm not a Christian anymore, and I'm very much drew away from that a long time ago, because I just don't feel that the Christian faith was for me. It just didn't make me shine. It didn't make me want to go, do you know what? This is a great faith, and and it embraces me and it loves me and it makes me want to spread my wings. It never did. It stunted me every step of the way in my life. Got the Wheel of the Wheel of Fortune. There we go. I always find in these ones, because I'm assuming that's the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone. You got this one. I don't know what that says, to be honest with you. I never understood that one. No clue. Don't know what it means. Justice. Pretty standard. You got the Magician. Right there. You got the Empress. Then we got the Moon. Triple Goddess. It's a bit, yeah. Then we got the Devil. But that's, I mean, this is what I didn't like so much, because this is meant to be the Devil card, right? But that looks like Pan, right? That doesn't look to me like the Devil. You know, I would have put the Devil looking a completely different way. But there you go. The Tower. Never quite understand the mermaid theme to this, but the merman. I think that's what attracted me first, to be honest with you. The merman feel to this. The Hermit. Then we got the Star. That one looks a bit like Pandora's box, like she's opened the box and let it all out. Good or bad, I guess. Tempress. It's a beautiful card. Again, just looks very Christian. The World. And we got the Chariot charging forward. We've got the Fool. What I get about the Fool is that usually he's pictured with a dog. But this one's got a bird. Yeah. I mean, it's still very similar, but I must admit, this isn't my favourite deck anymore. It's just, I like the deck because it reminds me of my past and where I started, but it's not really for me anymore. The Judgment. The Lovers. This one freaks me out a little bit. I must admit, I can't really see I mean, I'm assuming he's the lover. So I'm feeling like they both got the apples. He's got an apple. She's got a cup. Yeah, I don't get that one. I'm assuming the middle girl is the lover with the boy. I don't know. I don't get it. The Sun. The Emperor. Strength. Then we go into the minor arcana. So that's all your major arcana. Again, I think with this one you really have to read into it quite well. Every book I've read, they all have a different meaning behind it, and every single card has a different way of reading it. Like the artist would have a different way of reading a card, so he or she would draw it in their way of thinking. Where everyone reads the cards differently, I guess. But yeah, so we are going to now go with the the first, which is the Cups. And as you may or may not know, cups symbolise obviously the element of water. You just have to think cup, water, in liquid inside the cup. So yeah, cup is water, and water is a passive card. So when reading it, it's passive. But the actual Ace of Cups, 1 is an odd number, so therefore it's an aggressive number. Yeah, aggressive number. So it's like an active, aggressive, not the word I'm looking for, active number. So you've got active and passive. But it's an active number, but water is a passive sign, and so is the Cups. So that's the Ace of Cups. Then we got the Two of Cups. Again, this is a passive card because it's the cups and water, and it's 2. This is an even number, so it's a passive number. So you get that, it's a passive card. Then we got the Three of Cups. Then we got the Four of Cups. Very, again, passive card. Then you've got the Five of Cups there. Again, this is an active number. But yeah, passive water and cup sign. Then we've got the 6. Completely passive card. You can tell it's very calm. Nothing really, no action going on there. This is an active card, active number, passive. The Cups are passive, obviously. So it depends on how you really want to read the card, really. If you want to read it by number, you want to read it by the fact that it's an element of water. But Cups tend to be a passive card because it's a water sign. There's the 9. Yeah, that last one was the 8, by the way. So yeah, so it's a 10. And then we got the Page of Cups. They always seem to be like quite delicate, these cards. The 2. The Knight. Do apologize. The Knight of Cups. Then we got the Queen of Cups. Again, all these based around water, which makes it a lot easier to get the elemental side of the cards. So then you got the King of Cups. So that's the cups. Very passive. Again, but if you go by the numbers, they can be quite active cards. An active number. Alright, so then we've got the Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles are passive cards. Because it's a passive because it means earth. Pentacles represent earth. Which is weird. I mean, but again, if you get a, for instance, a cup and a pentacle together, they both work together. They are very good cards to have. Pentacles and cups together, they work together because they're both very passive cards. So they work together, they're harmonized. Earth and water go very well together, which is why it's a merman and the earth card. And we got the two of pentacles, 3 there. Then we got the 4. Yeah, he's holding the pentacles. Then we've got the 5 of pentacles. It's a bit weirder, that card. It's a bit not so nice, but it's an odd number, so it's going to be an aggressive number, active number, but a passive card. So it just means something's not right there, but it's still passive. It means it's peaceful. 6 there. Looks like he's begging for some money. Then we got the 7 of pentacles there. And we got the 8 of pentacles. Nine of pentacles. Again, passive card. Pentacles means earth. That's why everything's very earthy. Works well with water. They get along. Here we go, the Page of Pentacles. Got the Knight of Pentacles. And you'll notice that that's very similar to the Page of Cups. Facing the right direction, they're very similar. Earthy tones to that one though. Queen there. Queen of Pentacles. And then we got the King of Pentacles. So that's the pentacles, meaning earth. We've done water, we've done earth. So the next one is wands. Now these have actually made it a lot easier in this cards to represent because it's on fire. Even though it's the wands, wands do mean fire. So they're an aggressive, I keep saying aggressive, I'm so sorry. It is quite aggressive to look at it, but it is an active card, so it's not passive at all. Usually when you get an active card, it means something's happening. It's a strong card. It's quite a powerful card. It means that it's taking action. So it means something's going to happen. Something's happening. It's quite a powerful card. Again, if this comes up with a water card, then obviously fire doesn't like water. The water outweighs the fire card because the water will put out the fire. The same goes with earth as well. Earth will dull the fire. Obviously you can pour earth on fire and it will suffocate it. So if you get one where you've got a fire card or a wand and it's up against a cup or a pentacle, then the pentacle and the cup will outweigh this one. So then we've got the 2 of wands there, and you can see the wands are on fire in these cards, so you know it means a fire sign. There's the 3. There's the 4. And take note of the 4 in the background because it's got a boat there, because that appears later. Then it's got the 5 of wands 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. See, they're all active. They're all very aggressive cards, like very active cards. There you go. There's the boat again. The one that we had in the background has appeared now in this one, and this one's the 8 of Wands. We've got the 9 of Wands. There's the boat again, appearing again. That's the 9 of Wands again. All of these are all active cards. They're all something, actions going on in the background. It's a very active card. It's a fire card. Now let's see. That's just seems like the worst card ever, doesn't it? Like you're just trapped. So that's the 10. We go onto the page. Again, he's charging off into the distance, off almost like he's fighting a war or something. He's in a rush. Page of Wands. Then we got the Knight of Wands going to battle, and if you notice, going the opposite direction to the other passive cards. So then we got the Queen of Wands, the Lioness there. Again, very active card. And the King of Wands. So that's the Wands. Again, like I said, meaning element of fire. And also, it's an active card. Doesn't work well with the passive cards because it sort of outweighs them. Then we got, last but not least, the swords, which mean air. Okay, so these work very well with the wands, purely because air fuels fire. Obviously, it spreads it because fire needs oxygen to survive. So again, with air, it doesn't work well with the cups because it means water. Water and air don't really mix because it storms. And then obviously you've got your earth and air. They're not as bad, but they don't work well together. 'Cause they blow down trees and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's the Ace of Swords. The 2 of Swords there, again, it's an active card. There we go. 3 of Swords. I hate the 3 of Swords. It's not a nice card. Again, not very nice. Then we got the 4. It's a bit more passive picture, but it's a passive number. But yeah. Here we go. The 5 is a bit more active. That one, 5. It's an odd number. It's an active number. It's an active card. And we got the 6 of Swords. Again, the meaning there, making the water go so choppy. There we go. 7 of Swords. This is always a dodgy one. I don't like this one. It's a very scary card. We got the 8 of Swords. Again, evil witches of some sort from the mythological thing. Obviously, if you read Hamlet, the 3 witches, and they've got snakes for hair, like Medusa. Never good. Then we got the 9. Again, active cards, not very nice cards to have really. These are always going to be aggressive active cards, the Swords. 10 of Swords, again. Then we go Page of Swords. Again, very aggressive, stormy things going on. Then we've got the Knight of Swords. So this is actually going the opposite direction to the last card, the last page. But the difference is the horse is reared up, so it's ready to charge. It's in battle. It's not very happy. Where the cups and obviously the cups and the pentacles, the horse was peaceful, calm. Then we got the Queen of Swords. There you go, look. You can see she's tipping away the water. Because she's like, yeah, water, don't bother me. She's in control. And then the king. You don't ever really want to get an active card with a passive card, because the active card is always technically going to be your main focus, because it's going to be the main reason why problems happening usually. Doesn't work well, unless of course you get two passive cards outweigh the active card. So what you want for a good reading pretty much is having, you know, a cup and a pentacle with a you know, either a sword or, you know, or wand. However, if you do get a wand and sword and you only get the one passive cards, they're both going to outweigh what's going on. So yeah, so again, you got your passive, you got your active, you've got your passive active numbers, passive active elements to help you read the cards. So that is the Mystic Tarot. And I think, to be honest with you, it's the shortest video I've ever done, which is very nice. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Do hope you learned something. That's my first ever deck. Again, not something I really enjoyed. I liked the cards, don't get me wrong, but I think they were a bit too advanced for me at the time. So I didn't really enjoy them as much, which is why I didn't actively use them a lot, because they just didn't resonate with me at the time. I bought them because I didn't know nothing about tarot. I didn't know that you had to have a connection with the cards. So I just bought them because they were there and I wanted some cards, and they looked a bit cool because they had some mermaids on them. I was very into mermaids at the time. So yeah, so it's a little trick for you. If you're going to buy a tarot deck, I would say grab something that tends to scream out to you. I mean, you can't always go to the shop and actually touch the cards, and like, because some people don't live near any mystic shops or any witchcraft shops. I'm lucky I do. Some down the road. Again, they're expensive if you buy them from these little shops. If you want to go cheaper, they're usually online. Amazon is a great place to buy them. They usually do cheap deals. At the moment, they've got a free deck deal on at the moment. So you can get 3 decks for like £34, which is amazing, I think. And I'm actually considering doing that, because the 3 decks that are in the offer at the moment are 3 decks I want desperately. So yeah, so I might just get 3 decks. But yeah, so that was my first ever deck of tarot cards. That's where it all started. But now obviously I use the Witch's Tarot because it's one that jumped out to me. I do also have a tarot that I was gifted. And I also have another tarot deck as well, which I sort of bought. I think it was like a green witch type tarot, which I will show you. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this today. Hope you enjoyed my video. I've had a great time showing you, and hopefully you've learned a little bit more. I'm no like expert in tarot, because I'm now going back to the drawing board and starting again. I'm like going back, taking a step back and having a look to see what I want to do with the whole tarot thing, because I'm liking the whole tarot thing. It's a divination that I really want to get into now. So I've been like watching a lot of YouTube videos, getting advice and stuff like that. So doing a couple of spreads, you know, I'm getting there. But yeah, so I'm just gonna talk to you and tell you what I've learnt about it, and then, you know, I'm learning all about these whole tarot decks and oracle decks and tarot journals and all this sort of thing. So yeah, so watch out in the future. Some more tarot stuff will be coming your way, as well as some more unboxings. Now, And to be honest with you, I think I should only have one more video for you before I disappear from this environment. I should only have, I think, an unboxing. I've got an unboxing for Witch Casket coming your way in a few weeks, maybe even less. I don't know. It usually comes at the end of the month, so I'll probably be able to squeeze in one more video before I go to my new place. And I've got a lot on because I've got to change addresses for everything. And also at the precise time I'm moving, guess what? My driving test falls a couple of weeks just into me starting my new job, or starting my new position. Anyway, such is life. So yeah, thank you very much again for coming and watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the description down below if you like this sort of thing. If there's something you want to see me do, there's a video you want me to talk about, my opinion on certain things, I'm more than happy to give you my opinion on any sort of subject to do with witchcraft and paganism, Wicca, all that sort of stuff. Like, I don't mind at all. So yeah, so let me know what you want to see. If you want, is there a video you want me to do for you? Something you want me to talk about? I'll make a video on it. If you liked it, obviously give me a thumbs up. If you liked what you see, I've got tons more videos in my little channel. So please go and have a look at those. And if you like it, subscribe, because there's loads more content like that coming your way. So from me, Mikey, thank you very much. You be you, and blessed be.